avoid a nuclear war and put the brakes on the international arms race. The goals of the world's biggest nuclear powers, Russia, the United States, China, France and the United Kingdom, who signed a rare joint statement setting aside ongoing tensions on Monday. A thinly veiled message from the 5 permanent members of the United Nations Security Council for North Korea and especially Iran, with the International Atomic Energy Agency accusing Tehran of accelerating its uranium enrichment program.
We believe strongly that the further spread of such weapons must be prevented. A nuclear war cannot be won and must never be fought.
Global nuclear weapon stockpiles have been on the decline since the mid-1980s, when there were more than 70,000. The number stood at around 13,000 weapons in 2021. With nearly 12,000 warheads between them, Russia and the US account for 90% of the world's nuclear arsenal.
In a fresh blow to Donald Trump, New York's Attorney General Letitia James has now summoned former U.S. President along with his 2 eldest children, Donald Trump Jr. and Ivanka, as part of a fraud probe. Attorney General's office said in a statement that it is seeking testimony and documents from the Trump family. These summons are part of state's fraud inquiry into Trump's businesses and properties. The subpoenas come amid an ongoing civil investigation into Trump's organization and its executives, and whether they manipulated the value of some of its assets. The civil investigation has been running parallel to criminal inquiry led by both James and Manhattan District Attorney's office. These subpoenas were disclosed Monday in an unsealed court filing.
Tonight, a $500,000 settlement revealed, with major potential implications for the lawsuit against Britain's Prince Andrew. Documents from a confidential settlement between Jeffrey Epstein and one of his accusers, Virginia Giuffre, were released by a New York judge today as part of Giuffre's civil lawsuit against the prince. The 2009 agreement reveals Epstein agreed to pay Giuffre $500,000 to dismiss her lawsuit against him. The deal also has language releasing, quote, any other person or entity who could have been included as a potential defendant from all actions of Giuffre, including suits. The prince's lawyers claim this protects the Duke of York from Giuffre's lawsuit.
Now, the year 2022 may finally be the year when Iran revives its outdated Air Force fleet with advanced fighter jets. If reports are to be believed, the Islamic Republic is likely to buy the Russian SU-35E super flanker anytime soon. Now, this month itself, Iran and Russia will reportedly sign a 20-year defense agreement with $10 billion. Under the agreement, Moscow will supply Tehran with 24 SU-35SEs, 2 advanced S-400 air defense missile systems, and a military satellite. The Islamic Republic of Iran Air Force is made up of outdated fighters, especially when compared to its regional rivals.
Nearly 3,000 passengers have been evacuated from a German cruise ship docked in Lisbon due to an outbreak of the coronavirus on board the liner. At least 64 people tested positive for the infection while on the vessel, which is owned by Aida Cruises. They were taken by bus to the city's airport. The cruise had originally arrived in the Portuguese capital on December the 29th and had over 4,000 people on board. Lisbon's port captain says another 12 cases of COVID-19 were detected on Sunday in 8 crew and 4 passengers, in addition to the 52 cases already flagged in recent days. The ship was due to sail to the Spanish island of Lanzarote that day.
Now, on the 3rd of January, Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador renewed his offer of asylum to Wikileaks founder Julian Assange. This comes after the Mexican president earlier attempted to convince former U.S. President Donald Trump to pardon Julian Assange last year. Julian Assange, who founded WikiLeaks in the year 2006, moved closer to facing criminal charges in the United States for one of the biggest leaks of classified information and rattling governments by leaking sensitive facts. And last month, Washington won an appeal over Assange's extradition to the United States to face espionage charges. US authorities have accused the 50-year-old Wikileaks founder of 18 counts, which includes Wikileaks' release of vast troves of confidential US military records and diplomatic cables in violation of the Espionage Act.
Verizon and AT&T have agreed to further delay a rollout of 5G services after pressure from airlines, regulators and the White House. They worry the carriers' use of the C-band wireless spectrum for 5G may interfere with sensitive aircraft electronics like radio altimeters that could disrupt flights. The agreement pushes back the rollout by 2 weeks to January the 19th. Verizon said despite the delay, it still, quote, promises the certainty of bringing this nation our game-changing 5G network in January. While AT&T said it agreed to the delay at the request of Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg. The move is a reversal by the two groups whose chief executives on Sunday pledged to stick with the schedule agreed in November. The FAA praised the companies for agreeing to the additional delay.
The alleged arsonist behind the fire that ravaged South Africa's parliament complex last Sunday appeared briefly in court this Tuesday. The Cape Town Magistrates Court charged the suspect, a 49-year-old, for arson. The hearing is now adjourned to January 11th. The fire started at the early hours of Sunday morning and was brought under control on Monday. Strong winds, however, reignited the flames, leaving firefighters battling the blaze late into the night. The flames destroyed the chamber where MPs normally sit. The fire started in the old part of the Parliament complex before spreading to the modern part.